Just realized I forgot to put the force node here as well. So let's make sure that we have force on our shockwave. So direction force again and again in the Y. And this one doesn't need to be so much, just 200, because it's there, you know, it's acting on each piece for more than 2 frames, and also I don't want a big explosion. I just want it to be moving the pieces a little bit. Okay, so let's drop our RPD bullet solver. Right, so in here we need the main pieces here. Okay, let's tidy this up a little bit. Then we need the proxies, which are these. Okay, and we need the constraints. And I also want to, we don't have it yet, but we need a collider for the city. Oh, sorry, was that collision geometry? Yeah. So, well, not for the whole city, but I'm going to build, you know, just something for the floor around the city. So let me just come here, and we need to convert this. I don't want this kind of stretched out bit. Obviously, I'm going to come here, convert this also here. We need normal geometry. And then I want a floor here with just a hole in the middle. So I want the pieces to fall through here, but nowhere else, right? So I'm just going to drop a grid, right, and make this much bigger. It doesn't really matter how big, but just big enough. Do this. Give me some divisions there. I'm going to bring this down. Minus 0.8. Okay, and then I'm just going to delete a section in the middle. Let's delete bounding sphere, and let's do that to about that size, right? So there's our intersection. And then this is a hole, so I'm going to allow the pieces to actually fall through the hole here. Now, it's not a perfect circle, but that's fine because most of the pieces around the edge are not going to fall in anyway. So we'll have kind of an overlap, about up to here, right? So we're going to merge these together. And you may have noticed also that this is convex geometry as well. We've got a hole, it's not concave. If we consider it concave, then this hole will be plugged. So we will have to simulate this as convex geometry, but it's so simple that, you know, it shouldn't be a problem. Right, so I'm just going to assemble this so that we'll pack everything that we've got, and let's give it a name so it's different to the other pieces that we've got. We need to create pack geometry, and we need the name on the points. Okay, so we've got pack geometry with the name attribute on the points, and its call so it's different to the other pieces which have the default of just piece 1, piece 2, and so forth. Which is important, especially with constraints. It's important not to have duplicate names. Okay, and then call this out collider. Right, and then grab that all the way down here. Go to the top of the list and should be there. Out collider. Okay, so we got the collider there coming in, and then into our simulation. Cool, and you can see it already. And let's see, we need to set up some of the simulation here. We don't need to do anything too complicated. So I'm going to run it slower, so half speed. So it's going to be going in slow motion. Collisions, so this is what comes in into this port. This will set up the, you know, whatever we need on that. So I do need to change this to concave. It's not common to do this, by the way, and if you're having problems, it's worthwhile changing this. But I found it worked fine. So I'm going to leave it on concave and then change this to static object. You know, we've got no movement on it. So do that there. I do want a ground plane as well. I'm going to drop that to -2. That will go down. So that will just be, you know, they'll fall through that hole and then land on that, on the ground plane, so they don't fall into kind of infinity. And then forces, gravity, I'm going to push that up, or down, I suppose, to -15. Okay, so that's all that we need to do here. And now I'm gonna, if we dive inside, we can add some forces. So this is as if we were inside the actual DOP network. So you can plug in pop forces into here, and they will act just as if they were inside the you were inside the DOP network. Well, in fact, we are inside the DOP network. You can see here. So we need to bring in those forces that we just made, right? So we need pop metaball force, right? So for the first one, let's find that bomb number 1. It should be at the top, out bomb. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab, while I'm here, before I set it up, bomb 2 as well. So for bomb 1, one thing I want to do is just turn off this ignore mass, so then we get some different values for each piece, right? So the bigger pieces will basically fly faster than smaller piece. No, the opposite. The smaller pieces will fly faster than bigger pieces. Okay, and then for this one, I'm actually going to leave it turned on for bomb 2 because I want a general kind of shape as it goes along, right? Because we don't really have an explosion in the shockwave, we just got a bit of movement in the pieces. So I just want enough force to move everything a little bit, basically. So we don't need to do anything there. The force we've set up outside, and this will just multiply it, I believe, in here. So we just leave that at 1. Okay, and then one last thing, I want to add some drag to this. Drop that in there. Again, turn off the ignore mass and set this to 0.1. You know, the default is much too strong. And that's us pretty much ready, I believe. So, you know, you can do some tests, run some flipbooks. I'm just going to cache this out. So just like before, we use the RBDIO. And we use this because we can cache all these different bits, you know, everything, it kind of packs it all together for us. So we won't need the constraints again, so I'll leave that out. We just want the main geometry and the proxy geometry. We'll need both of them for the next part. So visualize that, and then I'm going to save this into my geo folder. Let's see, I don't want the hip name there. Let's call it main RBD dot version 1. Copy that, / and then same thing again, and then we need $$ F3, because we've got 3, you know, we got up to 100, well, hundreds of frames. If we went up to 1,000, need $4, a padding basically of 4 digits, and then we'll just do a video. That's fine. Okay, and then we'll do, we don't need 240 frames. I'm going to change it now. Just do 100 frames is enough. Click apply. So there we go, we got 100 there. And I think that is pretty much it. We're ready to go. So I'll save that out.